Right, hello everybody. I thought I would make a start in this book because I've wrote all my names down and I'm sort of gaining inspiration, you know, to move forward into spring. So I thought I usually do something in my art journal just before I do anything in my junk journal, just so that I can get a feel, you know, for the colours that I want to use. It's, you know, it's similar to sort of like a mood board. Okay, but I do try and create something other than just, you know, a mood board, if you know what I mean. So I've chosen, you know, some of the spring colours here. What have I got? What have I chosen here? I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to use all these because I do like to limit my palette when I work. You know, I choose a few. So I've chose yellow, pale, mid yellow and lemon yellow. Okay, so it's along these lines here. I've also chosen the Indian yellow because I find that's nice and warm and I quite like that. Okay, which does remind me of spring. I've chosen the orange yellow, okay, just for maybe a little bit of contrast if I need a bit of depth to anything. I chose the rose because that's slightly transparent and I quite liked that colour. Yes, and the blue, it was my favourite one, which is the Buffalo blue. Buffalo, is it? Oh no, sorry, I've chosen Pearl Sapphire blue. That's the one I chose. That is one of my favourite colours, but I chose something that had a bit of a shimmer, which I thought would be quite nice. And a yellow green, which is here somewhere. Oh, over there, over on there, sorry. Yep, that's yellow green. And that's got a bit of a shimmer too, which I quite liked. And a pale green, which is that one there. So I'm hoping to make something out of it. And stamp wise, what have I chosen? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like a textured plate I've made years ago out of silicone. You know, on one of the textures plate, I'd layered loads and loads of not silicone, stuff they use on theatrical makeup. You know, new latex. Okay, which, you know, is great for a bit of texture. I don't want that one. I've got like the coffee stain one, and I've got these. I have no idea where these ones come from, but that is just a backup because I like these. I want to use some of these. Okay, which you've most probably seen on some of my haul videos. So I quite like that one as well. So I haven't used that one yet. And that one there. And I thought, just, you know, all reminds me of spring. There. That's that. There was a certain word I wanted to use. And I haven't left it, so I'm going to find that in a minute. And I've got the Tim Holtz butterflies. Okay. But my word for this spread, because it reminds me of my week, or the last 2 weeks, is going to be escape from real life. Okay, so I'll leave that one out as well. That was my word I've chosen. So I'm only going to do most probably this page here. Okay, I'm not going to do a double spread because it will take me too long, and I just want to get a feel for it. Oh, and I've mixed some, sorry, yucky cup, because that's my tea making cup, okay, which is cooling down at the moment. I thought I might drip a bit of tea around just to see what happens. Oh, and I've got my brayer, right, because I'm going to brayer the gesso one, I think. Okay, just for a different texture. Yeah, I'm a bit cramped here now. Oh, and I've chosen washi tape as well, which is that. I haven't got any blue though, but that's okay. But that's the ones I've chosen. A bit of orange in there, but I'm sure when some of the colours mix together it could make a little bit orangey, because that one, that Indian yellow, is a tiny bit orangey, but not too bad. Right, so how I start is I always put tape, as you know, I did say on my last video, along the spine there. Okay, and this I've had a while, so I want to use it up. So I've noticed it's getting a bit too thick, so I'm just going to do that. And then brush a bit on actually. It's really funny. I have a tendency to use the brayer when I've not liked something, and I'll just brayer straight over it. So there we go. That should. I've got some on the end there. Yeah, just do a little bit more there. Great. That's fine. Yeah, look already. I don't mind, but right, and give that a dry off. Okay, because I've got it so that it's totally random. Okay, let me see what happens. And it's actually good practice if you learn to put some paper behind. Okay, like this. A straight line now. Here we go. Let's get another bit. I use these for my palettes as well, and then I'll cut them up. Oh, that was the one I done with a bit of paper. Okay, I'm not using these colours on this one, not unless I add some orange and whatever, but I just stamp all over it, put some paint on and then stamp on it, and then I rip them up and I use them in my collage work as well. So it's ongoing. My stuff is always ongoing. Right, okay, I'll dry this off and I'll be back. Oops, I nearly forgot to start the video. So I was just put some matte medium on. Okay, that's what I'm using, and I'm going to start off with just a bit of washi tape. Okay, in some nice bright colours. Okay. And this one's got a nice bit of blue on as well, so show. Like that. And I'm going to reproduce that again over this side. Okay, I've just got all my bits off there, so I can put some down here as well. Okay, I'll stop rid of it. I say, no idea what's going to happen yet, but it's just the background. Let's put that out the way. It's just broken up that page. Okay, I'm going to dry that off, and then we're going to start dropping some colour in. I'm going to use quite watered down acrylics for this, for the first layer. I do like to use watercolours for this, but I thought no, I won't get those out as well. I'll just work with the acrylics and water them down, and then maybe, you know, use them in full strength a bit later on. Okay, we shall see what happens. Okay, I've got myself a little pot of water, as I know I don't need very much. Okay, and the water I've got on the side of me is pretty yucky. Let's have a bit green, shall we? So I'm going to squirt that on there, just a little bit, and far too much really. But, and I am going to add some water. Okay, and I'm going to start just doing it. I'm going over that as well. So, and here, totally random, as you can see. Spread that out a bit and get a wet wipe. Okay, because we've got gesso on, so it doesn't, you know, stick too much. I don't want it. Let's put a bit up there as well. Let's just play. There we go. Right, I want my little book as well. I'll use any spare paint in this. There we go. And I do make things out of these. Let's see if there's one that we can just pull out. Pick some of that paint up. Okay. I like that. I'm going to go just stamp on there. There we go. I'm liking that already. It's mad, isn't it? It just gives a bit of texture around. Okay, right. I definitely won't need all the colours. Let's have a little bit of yellow. Try not to get so much this time. Right, I want a bit of blue. Right, now I feel this needs warming up with a bit of pink. Now just to bring those pink in somewhere. As you can see, I'm dabbing off and dabbing on and all that sort of thing, because I don't actually want it. I want to still see the underneath a bit. Okay, let's bring that yellow back at washi tape. Just a bit more, and there. So I quite like that pink shining through. Okay, let's go through such a mucky stage and you think, what on earth am I going to do with that? Yeah, I know it happens, but it's surprising what you can do with things. And I can't sometimes explain exactly what I do when I do it, because I use this for, I don't usually show anybody what I do with this because I use it as my therapy, you know, for just playing with colour and things like that. Some turn out okay, some really don't, but it's surprising what you can do with it after, because you can, you know, put gesso over it and draw a face on it. That's what I do anyway. That's it. Right, we definitely need a bit of warmth in that. And we've got Rose here. Let's give that a wash. Yeah, so I'm watering them down. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do is just dry that off a bit. And then I've got my rose. Okay, so I'm going to bring a bit of that in. I get a clean bit of cloth. Just to rub it in. Now I'm going to put some of this down over the top of there. Okay, right, now what I do is I use a bit of gesso once that's dry. Okay, and then that creates a whole different look again. Okay, while that's continuing to dry, I thought I'd prepare this a little bit more. Need a little tiny bit of gesso. And I've got my other Deli sheet, and I'll do that and then paint some on. Okay, because I want it quite random, so just paint that on. So, and then put that on there. Right. Dry that off. I'm going to stamp over it, and I've got the actual die cuts for those butterflies, so I'll most probably use them because I don't often use them. That's the Tim Holtz ones, which is that, and I've chosen two, so bits that, you know. This is nice and thick now because it's stuck together, so okay. And we shall use archival ink for this, just in case we actually go over them again. Okay, I actually like to go on a bit of sponge for these, so, and then I'll stamp them down. I can get some more out of this, so yeah. That's good. I'm not saying I'm using them all, okay, but and I've got them for other projects as well. Oh, just put that in there. So I'm using the black, this for the contrast, all right, because at the moment it's all quite light, so you always need a bit of depth to something that you're doing. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to just go and cut them out. Hopefully I can find the right dies. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I cut all those out. Yeah, right. I just find them a bit dull, to be honest. I had a look at how I felt, even though they blend in lovely. I wasn't sure. I wanted a bit more of a I wish most probably I would have heat embossed them in gold or something like that, because this is going to be my center point, and I just felt as though they blended in too well. So we shall use that on something else. And then I remembered that I had that wonderful Happy Mail, didn't I, with some beautiful butterflies. I got all different colours. We've got, like, you know, these colours, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to use one of the big ones, and then because I just thought it'd make more of an impact. Yeah, so these come from America, so thank you very much. And I got the pink ones as well, and the orangey ones, and those. So yeah, I thought, you know, nice big one of those with something underneath. I had this stamp from Hobbycraft I bought ages ago. I just wondered if there's a name. No, there's not, but there is a number. Whether you can hopefully see that. Okay. So I thought I'd use that, and I wasn't sure how it would sort of fit really. So what I went and done is I just stamped it on a piece of, you know, the Deli paper. And just so that because you can use this, but I've gessoed this bit so it won't be transparent. But I just thought, let's have a look how that's going to work, and it's going to work how I want it to look. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Right, so but I'm going to stamp onto it rather than use this. And then I thought, oh, I need some more, you know, bits and pieces. Some of the I could stamp here, but I thought, well, I had all this. So I thought I might as well use it. I thought I'd get that number up there because I have numbers on most things that I do. So I thought I'd put that like so, and another bit maybe here. And yeah, I was going to put a little bit. So I'm going to glue all this down first. A bit more text on it. Let's see which one. That one's quite nice. Right, so I'm going to continue with that. Yeah, so I'm going to do it somehow like that, and then I thought there's a little gap here, so a piece of that could go there as well. And then I'm going to stamp one of those flowers, like either that one, because you've got the little one there that's quite nice. What other one did I have? No, it's going to be that one. Yeah, and I thought that would look nice here. Yeah, that was that bit. And I quite like this here, so I might have that there, or I might have this big one there. Okay, that's the sort of thing I'm thinking of. Oh, and my message in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to glue down these first, or with matte medium. All right, and I think actually I could do with something coming out of there. I've got an idea for that. I did bring it, my trusty little squares, and have a bit of that coming out of there, I think. Right, my words are there, yeah, and I might even put some more words somewhere. But yeah, I'm liking that, so that's about right. So I'm going to take that off a minute. Okay. So you sort of do it all, and then you have to start planning, or else, you know, you need to do something with it. I'm just going over that shape there, you see. It started off a number, not quite enough. Okay. So I just want a little bit more of that, I think. Alright, so like that. And now, I'll just dry that off. And then I'm going to stamp here with that, wasn't it? I needed it to be up there a bit. Right, that's all nice and dry. Okay, so I'm going to use this now, about here, I think. And I wanted the pointed bit that comes up there. Let's have a look. That's going to come about there. Yep. Right, so now I'm just going to stamp this over that. Hope it doesn't look too messy. Right, which way? No idea. I think that looks about right there. And this is where you could do with you. I'm going to have to stand up because I've got to see. Yep. About there, I think. Hopefully. Okay, right. Not brilliant. Let's have a look. No, that's going to be okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Because what I'm going to do there... No, that's fine. I'm just looking through the camera, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's all right. And we could do with a bit more text just coming off to tail off. Rather gets a little too much of a blunt line there. Okay. So, let's have a look. Got some here. Tear a bit of that off. That's what I do with the Tim Holtz crayons normally. So just check. Yeah, just going to dip my finger in a bit of tea there, just so it all blends in together. There we go. Right, let's move these out of the way. I usually always leave them out until I've finished, so I know which ones I've used. Stick that down in a minute. I'm going to do the stamp, the words, wherever it is. I did already stick it to the block. Let's get this out of the way as well. Just so. And here we go. Okay, escape from real life. Right. I think I'm going to have it just about there. Yeah. Right, something here, wasn't it? We're going to do that flower. Okay, right, let's ink up that, I think. Wherever I put that ink pad. Right. Here we go. Lovely. Pearl blue. Let's use a bit of that, I think, instead. I actually wanted that little one as well. If you're happy with pens, you know, doing this, it might be better for you. Just want to, I don't want to cover the black over, so just a bit of water now. Right, that's that. But I'm going to get my wet wipe. Okay. Just to take a little bit of the colour away. Right, so we don't make it look too, you know, too blue. Too blue. If there's such a thing. Shall I do? I think I might put that there as well. That little one, little babby one. Okay, I think I sorted out what I wanted behind there. It's a bit of this, and I think that will just work for me. Okay, it was going to be about there. Then I thought I was going to use that big one there, wasn't I? was going to use this one, and I stamped it out and I looked at it and I thought, do you know what, you're too big. So I'm going to use the little one. Yeah. I just looked and I thought, do you know what, that's just too big, and it sort of comes down onto that. So I am going to use the clean bit there, no gesso on. I'm going to stamp it on that. Okay. Oh, I'm going to splatter some white as well in this corner here. I fancy doing that. So I'm going to stamp on here. So I've chose the smaller one. Okay. Actually, what I'll do, I'm just going to dry that a minute. Just heat sets it a bit when I stick it down. Okay. The last thing to stick down is this sort of thing, because if I do sprinkles of white and that, I can move that out of the way and then do it and then put it back, and I just find it easier. But sometimes, of course, you've already done it. So actually, Tim Holtz one would have been nice, but there we go. I'll just do that for now. I thought if I had another colour butterfly like this, I would have put that there, but I haven't. They were green, and I just didn't want to have two blue and then a green, so that's it there. Then I'm going to come down here with a bit of script stamp, okay, and I'm going to use it like this. So I can get it where I need it. I'm not sure that's upside down here. That's better. It's going somewhere. And hold on, just put a little bit there to join that together there. Yep. Okay, white splatters, a bit of gesso with a bit of water. I haven't got a toothbrush with me, so we'll have to use a brush. Right, just needed a sort of bigger brush really. Right, I hope you can see. I don't worry about it going over there. Right, I think that's all done, except for I quite like having a bit of a border on my work, so I'm just going to go and ink round. I'll most probably put a black line down there of some kind, and I'll ink round this bit. I don't, just to edge it a bit. I don't mind if it goes on it, actually. Just like a little bit of definition there. Sorry if I'm out of frame or too close, but like that. Alright, we need something down there, don't we? There we go. I'll just use a ruler and a pen. That's it, and anything like here, you know, I will fill in a little bit and make these dots a little bit brighter. You've got to be careful working over gesso, it has to be 100% dry. Alright, also ruin your pens, and I'll go off the page with that. You see, yeah. Okay. And I'll fill in a bit along here. It's a little bit too perfect, so. A little tiny bit messy here, but that's all right. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put grateful blessings. Here we go. That's what I need on that one. Okay. And let's get rid of that white edge. So they won't stick, so I'm wondering, I think that didn't look right there because there was too many things. Let's have a look. Yep, that's perfect there. So I'll stick them down my glue. And that'll cover that little messy bit up, won't it? Without adding any more, you know, text or anything like that. I'm going to come over there a bit. And I am going to just cover those over as well. A bit of matte medium. I do, for matte medium and things like that, I do keep old brushes. Okay, go over that as well. I know it's it should be fine anyway because it's acrylic paint. So okay, I'm happy, I think. It's been a while since I've done one, but I needed to do one. And over here, what I will do now is I will most probably stick some of this down. Yeah, I am. Okay, and that will be a start of another page, you know, another day. Just got to date that when it's dry and everything. Page number 1. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed that process. You know, I enjoy doing it, but I'm not the most confident doing art journaling in front of a camera because I do find you know, it's not, I don't find it difficult at all. I love it, but I just I do express myself with what's going on in my life with the pages. So, you know, some of it could be pretty dark some days. Okay, well, I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you.